Hey guys, I have a customer support chatbot for you today, both in Voiceflow and Botpress. This chatbot is for a dentistry company called Dentessa. What can this chatbot do? This chatbot answers users' questions from knowledge base, from local knowledge base which we uploaded to our chatbot. It can help user to make an appointment or schedule an appointment. So I'm gonna show you actually. So I don't talk a lot right now, right? Also, it can help the user to. It can show the user dentistry's reviews, right? And also, the most exciting part, in my opinion, if the user doesn't find an answer to his question in knowledge base or is unsatisfied with his answers, they can connect to a live agent. So in Voiceflow's part, it's happening through a live chat, basically in the same chat widget, but through a live chat. So you're chatting not with a chatbot AI, but with a live human. And I'm gonna show you how it's done. And with Botpress, it's done through basically the user just leaves his phone number, and then we push the message to our live agent to WhatsApp, and then our live agent gets the message that the user wants to talk to a live agent, and the live agent gets all the conversation summary that the user had with the chatbot, the user's name and the user's phone number to call him. So basically, yeah, let's get to it. So let's test it out. Let's see. Hi, do you have any questions we can help you with? So it asks us, do we have any questions? Of course we have. Do you make veneers? Let's see. Yes, we offer veneers as part of our cosmetic dentistry services. So it gives us the answer. How else can I help you? How much for veneers? Cost of veneers can vary depending on the material. So we get another answer. Then our our chatbot sees that we are actually interested in it and pitches us whether we want to book an appointment. So we can choose to book an appointment, or we can not choose an appointment. Let's choose not. What additional and we are back to the main flow, to the main loop. What additional support can I provide? Let's test our live agent. So let's say I want to talk to a human. We got the message that we're talking to a live agent. Click here to Dr. Rabbit. So we can actually turn off, leave talking to a human. And I already can hear that we get a. So this is made through intercom. So I can already hear the bleep, the sound that we received a message from here, right? So that the user wants to talk to a human. So let's see. So here's our intercom. So here's our question. Here's our conversation, live chat user. So we got a full transcript of the conversation with the Voiceflow assistant our user had, right? So we can see what they was interested in, what they asked, what response they received, and whatever. So we can understand what the user basically was interested in, right? So it's easier for us to have to have a conversation. So we can assign it to us. Let's assign it. And as you can see, we get a message connecting you with the Dentasa support. That Dentasa support is actually just a name of my account on Intercom. It can be Mike or any name, right, of a person. So yeah, we can type, "Hi, I need a consultation. I have very sensitive teeth, and they have been hurting lately badly. Can you guys help me?" And let's see if we get, yep, here we go. This is our message from our user, and we can respond to him and talk with them. "Hi, yes, yes, we definitely can help you with that. But also, as I can see, you were interested in veneers. Do you have any questions about that?" Send. Here we go. This is our message. And if we are done talking to a human and want to come back, we can just click here, this button, click here, talk to a robot, and we are just coming back to the main loop. Thanks for choosing us. What else can I help you with? So yeah, now let's get to our workflow. So this is our workflow. This is the start. Hi, do you have any questions we can help you with? This is our main loop, main capture user reply, main node with the user's question, which goes to classify answer to this component, which we have right here, component, classify answer, this one, yeah, yep, which, what it does is, just this one, just applies the answer from the KB, from the knowledge base, to our variable called KB answer, so we can handle it later. And also, this is our KB, just some text about services we offer, about our basically company, that's right, txt file. But let's come back to this here. So this is classify. This card, the next card is actually set AI, classify context. What it does is something is actually very similar to what we've done with the other chatbot. If we begin with input content, so basically we check whether the answer is from our knowledge base, right, or from a general, even general knowledge base about dentistry. So if the answer is about dentistry, reply with 1. If it's not about the dentistry, reply with 0. And keep it clean. Basically, reply only with 1 or 0. And we tell the AI what's the input. Input is KB answer, which is from here. And we apply it to content classificator. So we exit. So we go here to classify answer. We check whether it's about dentistry. If it is about dentistry, we get 1. If it's not, we get 0. And then we exit it and go back to this place, and then we check if it's about dentistry, aka if the answer is 1. We go to this part, and if the answer is not about dentistry and it's 0, we go this part. So let's check. Let's see 0 first. If it's not, how we handle if it's not about dentistry first, right? So first note is check amount of question attempts. So it checks if the user, basically what it does, what this part does is, if the bot sees that the user doesn't get a help and doesn't get the answer to their questions 2 times in a row, basically, 2 times in a row, and then it sees, and then it asks the user that maybe you want to talk to our human because you don't get enough of help from the chatbot, right? So this is what it does. Firstly, it checks if the number of if the user couldn't get the answer to their question 2 times already, then it goes this way. And if not, if only once, it just says sorry, couldn't find the answer to your question, right? So if the user couldn't get the answer to his question only once, it just tells the user, please try again, right? And you add 1 to the amount of retries. The amount of retries is basically the amount of times the user didn't get the answer to their question. And if it reached 2 times already that no answer, right? Then it says, it looks like I couldn't help you. Would you like our agent to connect to you to help you? And the user can choose yes or no. If no, it just resets the amount of retries to 0, so it doesn't get stuck on here. And yeah, and returns the user to main loop. How else can I help you? The main loop is this, just a question, a user's input, right? And let's see talk to the agent. So if the user actually chooses talk to the agent, we go to talk to the agent. So this is talk to agent intent. It can be triggered 2 ways. With 2 ways here. First way, how I just explained to you. If the user doesn't get the answer 2 times to their question and chooses yes to connect to agent, it goes there. Or how I showed you previously in here, when the user just types talk to agent or talk to human, talk to a real person and whatnot. So we go here. This is how it's triggered with 2 ways, and it says transferring you to an agent right now, and there is a custom action. By the way, this is all done in with custom code. So this custom action is handled with custom code, and then there is an option to continue conversation. Sorry, when the user clicked the button which I did before, it sends the user to another component called continue conversation. So it just says, basically it just says thanks for choosing us, what else can I help you with, and again it sends to the main loop, which is this. And the other path is if the answer is from KB. If the answer is from KB, if the answer is 1, if the AI set it to 1, if AI checked it's about dentistry, basically we go here. And very similar here. If the answer is if it sees that the user is engaged, gets enough help, and already got. So here we had 2 options. We either didn't get the answer to our question 2 times, or didn't get the answer only 1 or 0, right? Here it's otherwise. It's either if we got the answer to our question 2 times, or not yet two times. So if it's 2 times, we see the user is engaged, and we ask him, would they like to book an appointment? Yes or no? If yes, book a meeting. If no, basically go to the main loop. And if not, yet 2 questions. Then we just give the user the answer to the question, right? And we ask how else can I help you, and again, just increase it to the amount of answered questions. So the user got answered his questions once plus one, and we go to the main loop. So what's booking meeting? Booking meeting is same as is talk to agent part intent. I mean, by the same I mean the way that it gets triggered. It's not the same, but by the way that it gets triggered. With 2 ways. First is yes, if the user chooses to book a meeting, or just by typing book a meeting. So what it does is we go to this tab. So what our book a meeting intent actually does. If it gets triggered, let's see what it does. So we tell the chatbot to book a meeting, or if we want to schedule an appointment, we get this link, click to book an appointment. We can send to Calendly, let us say appointments, and we can select the date and time, basically. So this is what it does. There's also other intents that we have here. There's intent called yes. Basically, it's just an intent that which job is to, well, the first question is, do you have any questions? The user can say yes, I have a question, or yes, yes, or just yes, or or yes, I have a question, or whatnot. So it just reminds the user, okay, looking forward to helping you. What is the question? We go to the main loop, which is this, just a just the user capture input. So I've explained this one, talk to agent. We also have how much intent is the last one. So what it does, if the user asks how much is something, how much is appointment, how much are your veneers, how much do your veneers cost, and so on, we go to classify answer and check whether whether how much is related to dentistry. So we don't handle how much do tires to my car cost, right? We don't need that. We only need dentistry, obviously. So if it is about dentistry, we check it. If it is about dentistry, we go this way. And if it's not about dentistry, we check amount of question attempts, which is this. Which we go here, and yeah, to the path where it's not about dentistry, right? So it handles that part of the flow. And let's go back to how much and what it does if it is from the answer if the user's question that contains how much is related to dentistry, we give them the answer, and we ask them would they like to book an appointment, right? And if yes, again we book a meeting, and if no, we go to the main loop. As you can see, book a meeting is this. This is the link to Calendly meeting. So now let's check WordPress. Here's our WordPress bubble. We open it. Hi. hello, how can we assist you today? I want to talk to a human, to a person. Let's see how it does. Absolutely, I'm here to assist you. Kindly hold on for a moment while I connect you to a live person. Could you please provide us with your phone number so that our agent can contact you? Sure. Random number. I know your name, please. Max. And dial can already here. Here we go. This is what we get. User's name is Max. This is what our agent will get, actually. User phone number to contact him. Conversation and conversation summary, basically. Yeah. And this is our workflow. Basically, the same as Voiceflow. This same structure. We greet the user. This is our main loop that waits for the user input and queries the knowledge base, which is this, which is our knowledge base. Here's our knowledge base. We got intents. User book a meeting, we go to book a meeting. User wants to check reviews, we go to check reviews part. User wants to check to a human, we go to user request agent and ask the user phone number, username. Then we capture conversation summary, and then we make an API call. To cut. So this is our Botpress workflow. Basically, the same structure as Voiceflow. We greet the user. We go to the main loop, which waits for the user input and queries the knowledge base, which is here on knowledge base. And queries the knowledge base with the user question. We got intents, waiting for whether the user, when it sees the user wants to book a meeting, we go to make an appointment. Current note, in card as well. Check reviews, we go to check reviews node. Just for the human, we go to user request agent. So this is a little bit messy. But actually, you can really make it any better in Botpress. You can make it like not too compact like I've done it, but it doesn't really change the visual easiness to see the connections. So yeah, let's get back to it. It asks for the user phone number, username. Then we declare conversation summary variable, which captures just the conversation summary, which we send to our agent. Then we call an API, which sends our message to WhatsApp, to our agent, and yeah, and the next is yes intent, which says basically when the user says when the bot asks the user, do you have any question? The user answers with yes. We tell them, great, we'll be glad to help you with that. What is your question? And then wait for their question again. And also, if knowledge base responded, we tell the user the answer. Then we go back to the main loop and help the user again, right? Whether they have another question. And if knowledge base could not answer, we increase the amount of retry count, a variable that basically captures the amount of questions that were not answered, right? So, and we check if the questions that were not answered by the chatbot to the user is already more than 2, we ask the user whether they want to sorry, we could not find the answer to your question again. Could you please leave us your phone number so we can fix your issue? And we send the info to the Connect agent, and the Connect agent handles that problem from then on, right? So yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys.